students, this video lecture is on the subject Information Theory and Coding. In this class, we'll study prefix code and the problems. Prefix code, an instantaneous code, is said to be prefix code if no code word is the prefix code of the other code word. That is, if we have first symbol as 0, that 0 should not be the prefix of the next symbol code word. Now all prefix code will satisfy the following property, which is given by the equation summation k is equal to 1 to n r to the power of minus lk lesser than or equal to 1. So this is very important property which we'll be using in the later problems. The above equation is also called as Km inequality or Crafts-Macmillan inequality. All prefix code satisfies Km inequality. So prefix code always will satisfy this Km inequality, but all the code word which satisfies the inequality need not be the prefix code. So it is vice versa. Prefix code will satisfy the Km inequality, but if it satisfies the Km inequality, it need not be the prefix code. First problem, consider the 4 codes listed below in the table, identify the instantaneous code and construct their individual decision tree. So these are the codes given here. So you have code K, code L, code M and code N for the respective 5 symbols. So we'll check for the instantaneous code. So for instantaneous code word or for prefix code, no code word should be the prefix of any other code word. So we'll see the code K. So 0 is not a prefix of S2 symbol, or 10 is not a prefix of S3 symbol. 110 is also not the prefix for symbol S4. 1110 is not the prefix for S5. So we can tell that this is your instantaneous code. Okay, so code K is instantaneous. Next we'll see code L. So in code L, so for symbol S1 we have the code word as 0. So now 0 is the prefix for this symbol S2, which should not be the case for instantaneous property. So this is not an instantaneous code word. Next we'll see code M. In code M, for symbol S1 you have the code word as 0. Again, if you see, this 0 is the prefix of this particular code word. This 01 is the prefix of symbol S3. So we can tell that code M is also not an instantaneous code. Next code N, if you see, 00 is for symbol S1, which is not a prefix for symbol S2. 01 is also not a prefix for symbol S3. 10 is not a prefix of this particular symbol S4, and 110 is also not a prefix for this. So we can tell that this code N is instantaneous code word, because no code word is a prefix of any other code word. Next we'll try to write the code tree for the respective symbols now. So we'll start from code K. How to write the code tree or decision tree? So we'll start from initial state. Okay, so which is nothing but say S. Okay, now this symbol is going to have 2 branches. Since it is binary, we'll have 0 and 1. Next, we'll see whether 0 is a symbol for any other code word for code K. Yes. So I can write this will be the terminal node. I can just put a dot and write it. It is nothing but symbol S1. Next 1, we can try to branch it into 2 groups. One will be 1, the other one will be 0. So now if you see, start from initial state S, it is 1 and 0, and this will be the terminal node, or you are going to get the symbol S2. Next again we'll try to branch this. I'll have 1 and 0. Now 110 is nothing but the code word for the symbol S3 in your table. So we can write 110 is nothing but S3. Next, we don't have any code word for 111. So what we'll do is we'll try to branch this again. We'll have 1 and 0. Now 1, 1, 1 and 0 is nothing but the symbol S4. Next 1, 1, 1, 1 from the initial node will be the symbol S5. So this is the initial state, and all these nodes are called as the terminal nodes of your decision tree. So this is how a decision tree is drawn for a given problem. Similarly, we can do it for the next code L, M and N. We'll do it in the next slide. We'll try to write the code tree for code L. So code L from the table will start from the initial state S. We'll try to put two branches. One will be 0, the other one will be 1. So 0 is nothing but symbol S1. Next, we don't have any symbols starting from 1. So we need to branch this S1 state again. So this will be 0 and this will be 1. So when it is 0, 0, we don't have any terminal nodes. When it is 0 and 1, we are going to get the symbol S2. Next we have 0, 0. We'll try to branch this particular state again. So 0, 0, 1 is nothing but your state S3. Then again you have 0, 0, 1 and this particular state needs to be branched. So we'll try to branch this S3. So we'll have 0 and 1. Now what is 0, 0, 1 and 0? Okay, 0, 0, 1 and 0 will be the state S4. Next 0, 0, 1. Again I need to branch this node which will be 0 and 1. So we are going to get 0, 0, 1, 0 or 0, 0, 1 and 1. So this particular line here you are going to have the terminal node as S4. So this is how your code tree look for a non-instantaneous code word where few of the branches will be left free. Next we'll try to draw the code tree for code M. So for code M, we'll start from initial state S. We'll try to branch two nodes. Okay, we'll have 0 and 1. So 0 is nothing but 1, S1. Then from 0 again I need to branch it into 2. So 0 and 1 I am going to get the state as S2. Then again 0, 1 I need to branch it into 2. One is 0, the other one is 1. So 0, 1 and 1 I am going to get the state as S3. Next again you have 1. Okay, so I've got till 1. Next what we'll do is you have 1. Okay, 1 and again I will branch these two. I will have 1 and 0. Now 1, 1 and again I will try to branch this node. So 1, 1 and 0. This particular node will be nothing but your S4. Then again 1, 1 and 1. This particular node will be S5. Again if you see few of the nodes or few of the branches are left unknown here. So that's why this code M is not an instantaneous code word. Next we'll try to draw it for code N, the last code word. Start from the initial node S. We'll try to branch it 0 and 1. Next we don't have any symbol with 0 and 1. We'll try to branch this. You will have 0 and 1. So 0, 0 is nothing but S1. Then you have 0 and 1 which is nothing but S2. We'll try to branch this. All are terminated now. So 0 and 1. So now next is 1 and 0. Okay, so 1 and 0. So this terminal node will be your S3. Next again this node will try to branch it into 2, 1 and 0. Now what is 1, 1 and 0? If you start from here 1, 1 and 0. So this particular state or terminal node will be S5. Similarly 1, 1, 1 will be S5. So this is how you are going to draw the decision tree, and from the decision tree itself we can make that all the terminal nodes will be filled for your instantaneous code word, whereas for your non-instantaneous code, few of the branches are left free. Second problem, which of the sets of length requirements shown in the table can be considered for the construction of binary prefix codes? So this is the table given in your problem. So you have three codes here. One is code P, code Q, code R and the respective word length. So what does this table mean is, for code P you have one code word of length 1 and you have one code word of length 2, then you have two code words which is of length 3 each, and you have two code words of length 4 each. So this is the meaning of your table. For code Q also it is the same, and code R also it is the same. Now how to find the prefix property? So how to check it? We know that it is given by your Km inequality. What is this Km inequality? As discussed, it is nothing but summation I is equal to 1 to 4 here, since you have 4 symbol, r to the power of minus Li should be lesser than or equal to 1 for your prefix property to be satisfied for a given code word. Next we'll see the prefix property for code P first. Okay, so we'll try to write it in equation. So you have one code word which is of length minus 1. 2 here because r is equal to 2, since it is given as a binary code word. Next we have the one more code word which is one code word which is of length 2 as per the table, plus you have two code word which is of length 3 and you have two code words which is of length 4. So you just try to substitute in the Calc, see what you are going to get. I think you are going to get 9 by 8, so which is greater than 1. So it is not a prefix code. Okay, so code P is not a prefix code. Next we'll do it for code Q. Okay, as per the Craftsman inequality equation. Okay, so we'll try to write the equation. So it is two code words of length 1, then one code word of length 2, then you have two code words of length 3 and one code word of length 4. So you just try to simplify this in the Calc, see what you are going to get. I think after the substitution you are going to get this value as 25 by 16, so which is greater than 1. So this is also not a prefix code because it is not satisfying the Km inequality. Similarly, we can write or we can try to do it for the next code, that is code R. Okay, so we'll try to write. So you have one code word of length 1, one code word of length 2 and one code word of length 3 and two code words of length 4 each. So just try to substitute in the Calc, see what you are going to get. I think you are going to get it as 1. So it is going to satisfy the Km inequality. So this is a prefix code. Next, how to construct the prefix code for this code R. So how will you construct the code for this? So it is told that you have the code word. Okay, so you have the code word of length 1. Okay, so we can write code R as, first we can write it as 1. You have one code word of length 2, so 0 1. You have one code word of the length 3, so you can write it as 0 0 1, and you have two code words of length 4, so you can write it as 0 0 0 0, and the last code word can be 1 1 1 1. Sorry, you cannot write it as 1 because it is a prefix code. You can write it as 0 0 1 and 1. Okay, 0 0 1. No, you cannot write it as 1 also. 0 0 0 and 1. Okay, so this will be the code for code R in your given problem. Next problem, determine which of the following code words shown in the table are prefix code. Also draw the decision diagram for the prefix code. So this is the table given here. Okay, so you have 4 types of codes. One is code A, code B, code C and code T. So for prefix property, no code word should be the code word of other code words. So we'll just try to observe the code here. So 00 is not a prefix of any other code word. 10 is not a prefix. 110 is also not a prefix. 0110 is also not a prefix of other code word. So we can tell that this is your prefix code. Okay, we'll just do it by observation. Okay, this is the prefix code. Next, this code word. So you have 11, 101, 011, and if you see here, this 11 is a prefix of this particular code word here. So this is not a prefix code. Next, we'll see for code C 01, 001, 000, 100, and you have 11 and 0. So if you see, no code word is a prefix of other code word for this code C. So this is the prefix code. Next, for code D 101, if you see, this 101 is a prefix for this particular code, third code in your given table. So this is not a prefix code. Okay, now next, what part of question is asked here? So we have identified which is the prefix code now. So we need to write the code 3 for your prefix codes. So we need to write it for which two code word? One is for code A, other one is for code C. So for code C, we'll start. You have the symbol S. We'll try to branch it into two, 0 and 1. So 0 and 1 is not a branch. So next what we'll do is we'll try to branch this again. So 0 and 1. So 0, 0 is nothing but the terminal node S1. Then you have 0, 1, 0, 1, no code word. Then you have 1 and we'll try to branch this. So you have 0 and 1. So 1 and 0, the terminal node will be S2. Next you have 1, 1. Okay, 1, 1, and you have 0. Okay, 1, 1 and 0. So this terminal node will be for symbol S3. Next you have 0, 1. Okay, 0, 1. Again we'll try to branch this to 0. Okay, 0, 1, 0 is nothing but the last symbol S5. Next you have 0, 1, 1, and we'll try to branch it again. So 0, 1, 1 and 0. So you are going to get this node as a S4. Okay, so we have got all the code tree or all the branches for your given code A. Next we'll try to do it for code code C here. Code C we'll try to draw. So you have the initial node S, two branches 0 and 1. So 0 is not a symbol. So 0 and 1, you are going to get the terminal node as S1. Then 0, 0, no code word. 0, 0, 1, you are going to get S2. 0, 0 and 0, you are going to get S3. Next here we'll try to branch again. So 1, 0, no code word. Okay, we'll try to branch this again. So 0 and 1. So 1, 0, 0. This terminal node will be S4. Next you have 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0 and 0 will be S4. 1, 1, and we'll try to branch this 0. So this will be your S5. So this is how we are going to draw the code tree for the given codes in the table. Problem: find the smallest value of R such that prefix code can be constructed for the given length of the requirement, where W is 14445 and the corresponding length of the code words are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what is given here, or how we solve it? So it means that, okay, in your table it is one code word of length 1, okay, then you have all these are W's, okay, all these are W's and all these are lengths. So one code word is of length 1, 4 code word is of length 2, 4 code words is of length 3, 4 code words is of length 4 and 4 code words is of 5 code words is of length 5. So now we know this Crafts-Macmillan inequality equation. So we'll try to expand it. We don't know what is the value of R because it is not told that it is a binary value, ternary value, quaternary value or so. So we'll just try to write it as one code word of length 1 where R is written as it is. You have 4 code words of length 2 as mentioned. You have 4 code words of length 3 here. Then 4 code words of length 4 and 5 code words of length 5. This is how you are going to write the equation for your Crafts-Macmillan inequality. Next, we'll try to write it for R is equal to 2. If you try to put R is equal to 2 first, you are going to get the value as 2.4 which is greater than 1. So we cannot take it for binary code. Next, we'll try to put R is equal to 3. So when we put R is equal to 3, we are going to get the answer as 0.095 which is less than 1. So the minimum value of R for this particular problem is nothing but R. Thank you.